Hey, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Live. We are so excited that you are joining us tonight. I am not Brittany Howard. I am Abby Taylor. And I've got two beautiful ladies with me tonight that I will introduce here in just a little bit. But tonight's going to be a great call. We are going to be talking about duplication and why creating gold ambassadors is absolutely essential to your business success. So you are in for a treat tonight. So if you guys tuned in to Super Saturday, you heard Amy Kosmalski talking about be bold with gold. I mean, this could not have been better timing. And I completely agree with everything she had said during her training. Getting people gold is where it is at. And if you're not familiar with what gold means, basically it's the third rank in this company, and it means that you've helped about 20 people get started on their health journey. So I want to share my own experience with you guys quick here. So it was a year ago in January that I actually realized that I had hit a big lull in my own business. After I had hit Emerald, which was the summer before, I unknowingly had slipped into management mode with my workers. And I realized I wasn't bringing in new blood. I wasn't creating leaders. And when I figured out that was what was lacking and keeping me from growing forward, I decided to dig in right away and make changes. I did not wait. I did not sulk. I didn't hope something would change. I took ownership of that area and took action right away. I started looking outside of my current team and figuring out who else I wanted to attract. I zoned into my branding and working on raising my leadership lid, which was listening to different leadership podcasts, plugging more into John Maxwell books. I kept working my own business consistently so that I would show up as leading from the front and continuing to create success. And then I spent time building my own belief in myself, staying in my strength zone, being careful so I wasn't comparing myself to others, and just being able to be confident in who I was and what I had to offer as I was linking arms with other people. And most importantly, I started to cast vision more boldly. I was able to do that through the welcome calls with my new joins and my team's joins, and not just saying, hey, this is some extra money you can make, or do you want to get your product costs covered, but really casting the big vision. You guys, I'm not shy to cast this big vision because I've seen not only what it's done for myself, but so many other leaders and other people in this team and in this company. And so I started looking more closely at my joins, and I was examining their Facebook profiles and figuring out what their possible pain points could be. And I started asking good questions. I realized that I could not stand in the way of blocking someone else's blessings, and I wasn't going to risk that because I knew that what it had done for me. And so I started doing all these things. It was not immediate results, right? It takes time planting those seeds, being faithful to water them, and then the harvest comes. But within 6 months, I had created 4 new gold ambassadors. And of those 4 gold ambassadors, I still have 3 amazing women with me who are currently working towards senior gold. My business is growing forward. It is expanding. New growth is coming, and that momentum is starting to pick up. And so come a year round, this is what's happening in my business. So tonight, I have 2 of those fabulous ladies with me. In July, I met Jackie. She's actually my level 2, treat her as my level 1. And 2 months after she joined, she ranked up gold. And then I met Andrea in September. She's my level 1, and she hit gold in November, so 2 months later. So we're kind of having this 2-month trend. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this interview style for the majority of the call here, and then you'll hear from me a little bit at the end as I wrap up the call and kind of give you guys a call to action. So Jackie, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you got started with Plexus.
For sure. Thanks. I'm super excited to be here. So my name is Jackie Blato. I'm from Burlington, Wisconsin. I have been married for about 18 years. My husband, Nick, and I have 3 kids, 13, 10, and 8. So we are in high energy mode here. I teach upper elementary Montessori, which is a looping classroom of kids from ages 9 to 12. And I am in my last semester of a very intense 4-year graduate degree in Montessori education. So I can see the finish line. I have battled autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's, thyroiditis, and PCOS since I was a teenager. And I've always been super, super passionate about natural healing, finding root cause of health issues. Unfortunately, despite trying a lot of different natural approaches, the stress of teaching during a pandemic was really quickly eroding my health. So a really good friend and coworker mentioned these products to me in April of 2021. And at that time, I was monitoring blood sugar that would drop for no reason, had terrible digestive issues, joint pain, anxiety, panic attacks, intensive brain fog, pretty much made my job tough to do. And right away upon starting the products, I noticed some improvements in the first few weeks, more energy, feeling finished at the end of a meal, didn't want to snack all the time. The biggest thing was that my tidal wave panic attacks were more like just gentle waves. So improved digestion, just so many things, great sleep. At about 6 months in now, I've lost 24 pounds. I'm keeping it off. My cholesterol and so many of my other labs have improved. It's just been a huge blessing. I can exercise without fatigue, feeling good.
Oh my gosh, your story gets me every time. I'm so happy you're feeling better, Jackie. Andrea, let's jump to you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you got started with Plexus.
Yeah, so hey everyone, I'm Andrea. Super excited to have the opportunity to share my story with you all. A little bit about me. I have 2 little kiddos, aged 3 and 5, and a wonderful supportive husband, and we live in the Madison, Wisconsin area. I've been a nurse for the past 13 years. I currently am in the clinic setting 4 days a week with a family med sports med practice. This past March, my husband and I made a tough decision. I left a nursing leadership position and took a significant pay cut doing that. But the decision was made because it was taking more of me than I could give and at the expense of my family. So I wasn't taking care of myself. I hadn't worked out in almost 3 years since my daughter was born. And you can't serve from an empty cup. So leaving that position helped me a lot with my work-life balance, but I was still lacking energy in the evenings, crashing when my kids went to bed. I had some social anxiety I was struggling with. I was short and moody at times, which my husband and kids saw the most of. And then I also had nightly joint pain related to like an elevated ANA and had a rheumatology workup that was kind of undetermined. So fast forward, Abby reached out to me in September about Plexus, and I believed in the products. And at that point was like, I have nothing to lose. So I took a chance and started the products. I actually started the whole family on the products. I was lacking energy to be a mom, crashing early in the evenings. I was feeling anxious and I didn't feel like I was in a 30-year-old body. So at that point, within the first couple of weeks of starting on these products, I was way less bloated. I had more energy. My anxiety was going away. And I've been on the products now for about 4 months and there's no looking back.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I remember when you first messaged me and said, I don't normally do stuff like this, I think referring to supplements, but you're like, there's just something different about Plexus. And I just knew when I got that message from you that not only was I going to help you get started on the products, but I also knew that you would do the business as well before I think you even knew it. So I love how we were able to connect. So thanks for sharing that. Back to Jackie. Tell us, Jackie, what sort of thoughts or limiting beliefs did you have to overcome when I first presented the opportunity to you?
Oh boy, I had a lot of limiting beliefs that I had to overcome to get started. I actually remember confirming with you on my welcome call saying, I don't have to do this as a business, right? I can just quietly take my products, stay in my little corner of the world, it'll be all good. We had a pretty emotional past experience with another network marketing company, not on the company at all, but we ran our business as a very expensive hobby and lost a lot of money. And I just was not ready really to open up and emotionally put myself out there again. So my limiting belief was mostly in my own ability Could I do a business? Could I share with others? Could I lead others? There was also definitely some concern with my yellow personality helper, right? About what other people would think and whether I was bothering them by reaching out, particularly with follow-ups.
Or being salesy, right? Yes.
For sure, being salesy, yeah.
Andrea, what sort of thoughts or limiting beliefs did you have to overcome when I first presented the opportunity to you?
Yeah, so I will say the first few weeks were hard. I had some definite mindset challenges and had to push past like close friends and family that were super skeptical, some with some very negative thoughts, and they weren't exactly quiet about them. But you guys, the first week I knew I was on board of taking the products because I wasn't dragging in the evenings and I was less bloated and had that energy and was gaining confidence in myself despite the negativity around me. So there's a period of time where I was unsure if I was going to get through those mindset battles. I had to work really hard to stop worrying about like what other people thought of me and start living for myself and my family.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So, Jackie, what motivated you to start sharing?
It was probably within the first couple weeks of using the products, just seeing the improvements in my own health. I was so excited about them. Like, I remember sending you every little thing that was going so well. I'm like, oh, this is better and this is better. And I knew that I could not keep this to myself because I had tried so many different things to feel better. And I just felt like keeping it to myself would be selfish because there's a lot of people out there who are looking for health solutions and who want to feel good or optimize their health.
Absolutely. Andrea, what motivated you to start sharing?
So I started sharing right away. Your intuition was correct. So I had belief in the products from the beginning. Hence the reason I didn't just sign myself up, I signed my whole family up right from the start. I literally could go through like my head and think of family and friends, and there wasn't a single person that I was thinking of that I wasn't like, this could benefit them in some way. So that being said, I also was looking at covering my own product cost, putting my whole family on it. It was an interest to me just to see how I could cover my own product cost. And it's intriguing the financial freedom and the time freedom that this opportunity has to offer.
Yeah, and I will say that you actually did your very first post before your products arrived.
I did.
So people listening out there, you do not have to wait for your products arrive to start putting it out there to the world. I'm so glad you did. Okay, so then Jackie, what did I say or do or share with you that has helped you catch the bigger vision?
Oh, the bigger vision. I remember you sent me, actually, it may have even been before I really said I would start sharing. You sent me a diamond documentary of a lady who was a Montessori teacher. I can't remember her name, but actually took a tour of her former Montessori classroom in the video. She talked about the long hours that she worked, how she no longer had to do that, the 12-hour days at school. And I remember I cried through the entire video. I cry a lot in this business, all over in life. It's all good tears. You also invited me very early on to a Monday Night Live call, just like this one, vision casting. And while I can't remember exactly what was said, I know that Christina and Michelle, you two were the speakers, and you spoke with such passion and heart about this business and what it can do for people. And it was like the words were coming directly to my soul. Like their belief was so rock solid and just drew me in. Like I felt like I was home with my people. So.
Oh, I love it. Andrea, so what did I say or do or share with you that has helped you catch the bigger vision?
Yeah, so Abby, you invited me to a vision casting call with Michelle my first week on why plexus. And for those of you who know Michelle, she's very powerful and impactful. So Michelle, I appreciate your inspiration and drive and confidence because I came away from that call thinking, I have to be a part of this team. These are amazing people. Abby, you've also never stopped believing in me. So you've given me positivity and inspiration when I've hit some pretty lows. You're also there for the highs, which I appreciate. And there's definitely times that I could have quit or would have wanted to quit, but you show up and you're so positive and you're always there to help me work through those challenging situations. So I'm beyond thankful for you.
Making me tear up over here. Oh, well, I'm so glad you stuck it out. So, Jackie, tell us about what areas did you need to take ownership in on your way to gold?
It was definitely baby steps, right? Ownership in baby steps, and that's okay. So I had to take ownership of posting my story on Facebook. Honestly, I think it probably took me about a week and a half to work up the courage to click the post button. I had it written, saved. I think you checked in with me a couple different times to ask how my post was coming along. I was like, post? What post? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. My business got off to a really fast start once I posted my story. I had a lot of people coming to me wondering what I was doing that was working, because I had posted previously about things that I was trying to improve my health. I had to quickly learn how to answer their questions, how to get their health goals, how to walk them through making the purchase. And then what I found to be the most important part was how to help them have a great experience on their products afterwards, which is still an area I'm learning in.
Yeah, so really taking ownership of that skill set and owning that. That's great. Andrea, what about you? What areas did you need to really take ownership in on your way to gold?
Yeah, so I had to work every day to change my mindset and get to the root of the negativity. So 80% of what we think is negative. And so I had to grow that 20% and be intentional by showing up to Monday Night Lives and coaching calls and book club and engaging with other Plexus people and positive affirmations, all to kind of grow my positive mindset and move away from those red light stories. So I also had to make the choice to show up every day and be consistent. I remember telling you, Abby, the month of November, this opportunity couldn't have come at a worse time. Like, this is going to be a crazy month for me. I accepted a extra position. I was cross training to the hospital as a house supervisor, all while working my full-time clinic position and raising my kids. And then I was going to start this new business. And November seemed really overwhelming at the beginning. And I just took it day by day. And I worked 109 hours between the hospital and the clinic the first 2 weeks and 113 hours the second 2 weeks of November. And I still was intentional with my IPA, and I showed up and it paid off. I had 14 joins the month of November. And I remember getting to December and being like, I don't know how I did that.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you, because I remember that walk, because we took a lot of walks together. I think she's going to bring that up, but she was prepping for November and very just worried and not sure what to do, and how could she fit this in. And I mean, she's a 3 on the Enneagram. She's an achiever, so she just like bulldozed through the month and did all the things and showed up and didn't let up. And then she had an absolutely amazing month. So I'm so proud of you for all that you accomplished in that month. Okay, so then Jackie, what have you had to sacrifice in the short term?
Oh, there have definitely been a couple of things. Sacrificing time lounging, I think, with the family, watching the TV, watching movies, which is actually okay with me because I actually struggle to sit still for that long. I've also had to give up my mindless scrolling of social media and use it much more strategically as a business tool. So when I'm going on for a specific purpose. At some points, I've sacrificed some sleep for sure, especially at the end of the month as I'm trying to follow up with people.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for being so vulnerable in those areas. I'm sure people can relate. Andrea, what have you had to sacrifice in the short term?
Yeah, so I would say I've also sacrificed some personal time. This looks different in a few ways. Some of it's been family, some of it's been my lunch hours at work, some early mornings getting up and getting things done or staying up later. what it's forced me to do is be more intentional with my time, right? So when I have time with my kids, I'm focusing on my kids and my family, and my phone's in the other room, and I'm leaving work behind at that point and just focusing on individual tasks and time blocking. And thanks to Plexus, I no longer go to bed at 8 p.m. when my kids do. So I have an extra couple of hours in the evening to get things done.
That is always helpful. Jackie, why has this all been worth it for you?
Oh, my worth it is definitely my customers, the connections that I've made with them, the ongoing relationships. They're just awesome people. And when they come back and they tell me their stories of how Plexus is helping them, that is my golden ticket right there. Hearing testimonials, ranging from clearer thinking, better sleep, resolution of stomach pain that has bothered them for a long time, just being able to help people restore and optimize their health so that they can step into their purpose and really live life feeling their best. That's the ultimate reward for my yellow personality.
Sounds like a great mission for you.
It is for sure my mission statement.
Yes. Andrea, why has it been worth it for you?
Yeah, so it's been worth it for me because it's forced me and allowed me to grow so much as a person in the past few months. I'm raising my leadership lid. If you would have told me 3 months ago that these gut health products that I'm going to buy would put me in this place of confidence and self-worth and this community, I wouldn't have believed you. My consistency and hard work is helping other people achieve their goals, both health goals and financial goals. And so that's super rewarding as a nurse, obviously. As I continue to build my team, now I'm able to help them grow. And so I get to see the rewards of that. And I remember, Abby, you asked me, if time and money were no object, what would you be doing with your life? And for me, I'd be traveling more, spending more time with my family, and having that time and financial freedom.
Oh my gosh, I love it. You're going to achieve all of that. I just know it. Both of you. So Jackie, what have I done over the last few months that has been the most helpful for you as you are growing your business?
A lot. I would say you've been there pretty much every day, day in, day out. And I think what's the most important, you've been there for me as a whole person, not just as a business builder. Our conversations are about a lot more than that. Lots of ups and downs. I definitely tend to battle toxic thoughts and lots of emotions, and you've been super patient about helping me unravel them, thinking through, offering some perspective. It's been an intense journey, and it takes a lot of personal growth, and sometimes that is really just not the most comfortable, but it's always worth it to dig in and to figure out how to keep moving forward. And you are the best question asker, the reflective questions, because they really make me go, I don't know. And I think for the first time in my life, it is okay to not know the answer to a question, because it makes me really think about it. And it forces me to figure out, forces is the wrong word, but encourages me to figure out how to keep growing.
Well, there's plenty more questions coming for you.
Yes, more questions. Woohoo!
Andrea, what has been the most helpful for you with your growing business that I have been there for or helped you with?
Yeah, so I feel like you've helped me navigate those highs and lows and the hard, like we talked about. And when I was having some of those issues in the beginning, where I had a lot of my close family and friends who were skeptical about it and didn't exactly stay quiet with their opinions, you continue to send me voice clip after voice clip of positivity and motivation. And at one point when we were on our walk, or as you like to call them, power walks, I remember you saying, so you don't think you can do this? And I was like, well, it's not that I don't think I can do this. I know I can do this. I have to make the choice to do this though. So yeah, I, again, can't thank you enough for your guidance and support when I was navigating those hard times, because that's what made me stick it out.
And I hope you guys all heard that it's a choice to do this. It's not whether you can or cannot. We all can. we all have the resources here to be successful. It's whether you're going to choose to do it. That was really good. Okay, the big question, ladies, what are you going to do with your $500 Fast Start Gold bonus? Jackie?
Woo, $500 Fast Start Goal bonus. I am super passionate about supporting missions. So I have connected with a few Christian churches in Pakistan, and I'm going to use some of the bonus money. They have some different initiatives going on right now. So some orphanages that need support, schools, church construction projects. Just my happy place being able to give to them, to give a little bit more freely than our typical budget would allow. And then one of my first goals when I got started with the business was also to have the products for my family, because we all had some health things that needed to be addressed, and I'm able to do that as well now. So
Can you guys tell she's a yellow? I'm so glad she came into my life because she is helping me grow in the yellow area. It is such a blessing, and I'm helping her with the red. So
I'm like 5% red. We're working to make it 10 though, right? That's the goal.
Andrea, what about you? What did you do, or what are you going to do with the $500 bonus?
Yeah, I love that, Jackie, by the way. So we put some of that towards Christmas and some of it towards just building this business. I invested in a new computer, which was well overdue and needed for a network marketing business. And then I'm looking forward to continuing to bless other people with the abundance and finances that comes with this company.
I love it. What computer did you get?
I got a MacBook Air.
Woohoo! Best one out there. Awesome. Final question, ladies. So Jackie, what are you focusing on now to get you to the next level in your business?
Definitely focusing on duplication and leadership. I'm very comfortable sharing the products with people. So now my area of growth is knowing who I am as a leader, learning how to cast vision for others and offer the opportunity to people. I'm working on a lot of mindset related to those areas. I'm in the last semester of my graduate degree. I'm super excited to finish that and open up more time and brain space. That's going to allow me to focus more on my business. And then my other focus is on more disciplined use of my time, which is including a dedicated daily quiet time with God, because I truly believe He is my number one business partner on this journey. So I'm also working on spending the time during my school days more efficiently, getting my grading done in the little pockets of time that I have so that I can open up more time to work on my business in the evenings and weekends instead of having to sit with the piles of schoolwork.
I'm so proud of you, Jackie. And Andrea, what are you focusing on now to get you to the next level?
Yeah, so I'm intentionally working on raising my leadership lid and starting to support my team. I'm doing this by plugging in, like I said, to the Monday Night Lives, the Gold Coaching Book Club, reading and listening to podcasts or books. Just started the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Thank you, Brittany, for that suggestion. And then continuing to be coachable and learning from the people who've been successful in this business. So I'm an expert in my nursing career, but I am by no means an expert in network marketing. So continuing to be open to that and learning from those who've been successful in this business. My team is starting to pick up momentum, which is exciting to be growing, but also scary at the same time.
Yes. Yeah. You've got definitely some growth happening. So congratulations on that. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for being open and vulnerable with us tonight. You guys did amazing for your first call. I mean, I think back to my first call and you guys just blew it out of the park. So I am so proud of you guys. Thank you so much for just being open and vulnerable and sharing your stories and what you learned. That was so helpful. And I cannot wait to celebrate you guys as senior gold here in the near future. So to wrap it up, team, what I'm learning is that gold is a new silver. A person who goes gold is 91% more likely to stick with the products for 12 months longer than someone who doesn't go gold. It is no longer just about trying to get people to silver, but really being willing and choosing to invest in your people and develop them. It is painting the big picture for them from the start so that they not only want to hit silver, but senior silver, gold, senior gold, and on. By developing 4 new golds, my team grew by 116 people because there was duplication going on, and there still is. And that was averaging to be about 464 points of increase over that 6 months time. So I hope you guys can see the value of developing golds. And the truth is, you guys, we can't get to the gem or jewel ranks without creating workers and developing leaders or duplicating. So you guys need to start right now. Does it take work and intentionality? It does. Does it take making personal connections, being the guide for your new sharers? It does. When I was helping my people go gold, I invested a lot of time into them, as you guys heard, training and coaching and getting to know them personally, figuring out their colors and their Enneagram numbers and their strengths and their weaknesses and their likes. I have had to work with my people in different ways because, as you can see, Andrea and Jackie are very different. They're different colors, different numbers. So I'd have to figure out, how do I speak their language? I met up with them in person. I helped them map out their monthly goals and their sprint points. I worked with them not only on skill set, but mindset. I had to get uncomfortable and ask hard questions. I had to step out from behind my computer in my introverted bubble. But was it worth it? 100%. These are women I see potential in, women I enjoy working with, women who are hungry for change and are excited about their vision. My goal is to create leaders. I'm not looking for welcome pack business. I'm building a legacy business. And that sounds crazy to say that. I don't think I've ever said that, but I am digging for my gold bricks, right? We're all digging for those gold bricks. They're out there. We have to be willing to pick up the shovel each day and working to shine up the precious gems you might already have on your team. Guys, we aren't looking for hundreds to run with us. We are looking for a handful of leaders to raise up and then to help them go and do the same. There is so much joy, you guys, and reward in helping others achieve their goals and their dreams. So wrapping up, I want you guys to think about this. Let's say you have set your eyes on emerald. It would take 90 silvers or so to get there. It would take about 30 senior silvers to get there. It would only take about 15 golds to get there, or 6 senior golds, and you can see that pattern go on. So the treasure really is in duplicating and creating leaders, linking arms with people, believing in them, investing in them, casting vision, and then you will watch your team grow. So this is your year. I challenge you guys to pick 3 people on your current team or 3 prospects that you can cast big vision with this week. If you don't know how to do that, there's plenty of resources in our guides on that. But I know you guys can do this. Let's go for the gold team. It's going to be an incredible year. So thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you again, Andrea and Jackie, for pouring into us and for all the preparing you guys did and for all the value we added. So I hope you all have a great rest of the night. Bye.